Alright, welcome to Shank's Golf, where today we're gonna do a little analyzing of Tiger Woods' golf swing and how the Shank's golf technique can be found within just about any golf swing there is. It's just there's some extra fluff around that doesn't really help. It only complicates the golf swing. Alright, so let's look at lateral movement first for Tiger. Right there. Alright, so this is his beginning. Let's get us to, I don't know, we'll get 1/4. 1/4. It's not working. Trash. Oh no, I didn't want to trash. Back that up a little bit. Where's that go? Got him in there. And go. Alright, so Shanks is all about no lateral movement. Okay, gosh, I like this a lot. That left knee, right there, his left knee's coming in just a little bit. There is no lateral movement at all. You look right there. Bring that down a little bit. This is kind of feeling that I have, almost like I'm sitting down on a stool. Okay, so lateral shift. Okay, there is a space. There is a space right there. So, I mean, it looks like he's moved to his right a little bit. But that's just because he's thinner from the side than he is from the front. So when you turn, your center hasn't really moved. So I like this a lot. Alright, so no lateral movement, check. Okay, now he's gone super far back here. Right? Oops. Gone super far back. He's still on plane. Oops. Went through shoulders to ball. Right there. I mean, look at that left arm. He is completely on plane. But the problem I see here is his arms are not in front of him anymore. His arms has gone across his chest a little bit. Okay, here's his first move. Boom, 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 boom. Okay, he had to drop his hands to stay on plane, but holy moly, he stayed on plane. Right? You look at this angle right here. It's got 45-degree angle. So I'm looking at 45 plus 90 is 135. That is huge. 135-degree angle. So that is his opportunity for angular acceleration. Comes from that hinge in your wrist. Okay, but what also happened, his arms went down and he has a lateral shift to his left. He bumped his hips at least 3 or 4 inches to his left while his arms are doing nothing, just dropping. Okay, but remember this angle. This is important. This angle right here, It's actually even bigger than that almost. Maybe not, somewhere around there. 47, 45-degree angle. Right, so the amount of time now he's on his, he's loaded on his left side so he can resist the ground and have the torque necessary to release the club. So it's at this point that Tiger, somewhere right around this point, where he releases the club, depending on if he's how hard he wants to hit the ball. Because the length of time that it takes for his club, oops, wrong button. The length of time it takes for his club to get to there, where this angle is straight across, interesting, has to equal the same time it takes for his hands to get back to the impact position. So those two timings have to be in sync, okay? Which is great, but his arms are passive, his swing plane is changing, shallowing. He's just getting to his left side, so now he can finally release the club. Boom, boom. Releasing, releasing, releasing. At this point, what I noticed in shanks, we are not doing this, but in conventional golf, oops. In conventional golf, he's actually lifting and pushing against the ground and going in an upward direction. That was a pretty good one, though. Not that most of his aren't pretty good. Haha. Nice, nice, nice. Best swing in the world. Okay, but Shanks is going to be right up there with him, and Tiger might even need this golf swing because he's not going to be able to push off his right side. He's not going to be able to load his weight as easily onto his right side because this is the injury he had. Shattered ankle, multiple fractures.
They're here.
Huh?
They're here. They want to come inside and watch a movie.
In here?
In here, yeah.
Give me 5 minutes. Okay. Alright, so let's do this. Let's go back. Okay. So Shanks, the difference with Shanks is at this point of the backswing, at this point of the backswing, our wrists are completely hinged. And the way Tiger does it, he goes back, okay, right here. Let's see, oops. Not hard to tell unless you're really flexible. Alright, so 70, and where did we say he got? He got all the way to, so that's where he is at the top of his backswing. So when he shifts his weight back to the left, his arms are passive, they're dropping so that he can maintain his swing plane, and his wrists are hinging all the way to there. That's how much more wrist hinge that he has to do on the way down. Okay? So if you think about it, Shanks tries to put you in this position, weight loaded on the lead foot. We will not have this lateral movement towards the target. And because our weight is on our lead foot at the top of our backswing, then we are able to release the club like Tiger's going to do right here. You watch him start releasing the club. Boom. Right? From here, somewhere around there. Depends on how hard he's going to release it. How fast he's going to release this club. Boom. So his hands aren't moving that fast. The club is what's moving fast. That's your club head speed, is the club around your hands. And I like his impact position here. He's pretty square. He hasn't really necessarily fired his hips so hard that I would almost guess that he's not firing his hips so crazy hard because of the back surgeries. Anywho, impact position is almost identical to Shanks. Release timing starts happening right here. Remember, when you can push against the ground, that's the torque necessary in order to accelerate the golf club efficiently. We don't have this little lateral move to the side. It's more of a corkscrew. So we're able to maintain our position. Alright, that's Tiger Woods. Let's go one more thing real quick. Let's go back to the beginning. We'll look at what we were talking about. The swing plane. See, this is the end of the Hanks backswing, the Shanks backswing. But it requires an early setting of the wrist. So you have a complete wrist hinge at this point, at the end of your backswing. But instead, Tiger goes higher, fires his hips, and then he has to drop his hands because of that movement to maintain the swing plane. But then right here is where his release happens. Again, because he's already shifted to his left side. His weight's there. And he can really fire. Boom. Even Tiger, though, has a little bit of vertical movement right here. Right there, a little bit of vertical movement right before impact. If that vertical movement happens too early, then you're going to have a lot of mishits. Okay, that's what's good about Shanks' technique. Oopsie. Yes, cancel. Here. I don't know. That one right here. That one right here. Alright, here's Shanks. This is a good 6 months ago, though, before I've learned some other things. Okay, if you can see what I'm talking about here, on the way back, let's go to yellow. Okay, boom, boom. There you go. Alright. Alright, so I go a little bit further back. Okay, at this point, my weight is already on my left side. Back up a little bit. You can see that tiny gap right there. That it's only because I turned. I didn't sway. I didn't have any lateral shift. And then right here, I can push against the ground. Right? Uncoil. Oops. Uncoiling. Move back a little bit. See where my, there we go. Let's see this. There you go. So that is actually more than Tiger Woods in the wrist cock category. Another 10 degrees that I have of wrist cock. Another thing, I don't have any lateral shift, so I can hit the ball blindfolded. Pushing the ground at the same time I'm releasing the club. This is reaction torque. This is the force that I'm releasing in the direction that I'm releasing the club. I would almost guess my hands were almost a little bit too fast, because this is the angle that we're trying to achieve right here. Got like 15, almost 20 degrees to fully release the club. And I think I'm shooting almost for like 170 at impact, because that 10 degrees is critical in finishing the acceleration of the club before impact. So anyway, if you followed all that, again, this is not any criticism. It's to show that Shank's technique it has everything that the normal golf swing has. It just leaves out a lot of variables, a lot of question marks, and it'll be the best thing you can do. All right, so thanks for joining me, and we'll be back tomorrow with Dustin Johnson. Have a good night.